it got sold before we launched the project.
If I'm going to buy an apartment to rent it out,
Okay.
then what should I be looking at?
Buying a home for rental yield, definitely housing is not a market.
But what about land? Investing in land, do you think it makes sense here right now?
See, land is the only thing which appreciates.
Okay.
Whatever may be the building, be it IT, be it residential, whatever it is, it's a depreciating asset. After 25 years, 50 years,
Correct.
you're going to demolish that. But land is going to stay here. You cannot create any more land, right?
Yeah.
Unless Elon Musk gets you to Mars, there is no more earth left. You may be having lot of gold, lot of stock, but you cannot enjoy your life.
Correct. There are so many builders that have come and they have gone. What do you think that they have done wrong because of which they have not been able to sustain?
When he's in peak, so he has lot of cash flow, he's flooded with the money, so he makes wrong decisions. So saying no is very difficult in our real estate field.
Welcome to the Tales of Pursuit podcast.
Hi Arjun.
So to start off, and to get a little bit of context of, who you are and what has gone into making Mr. Gurudatta Shenoy. So can you tell me a little bit about your childhood, about your parents, where you came from, what you studied, all of that?
Yeah.
Just in a breeze.
I'm Gurudatta Shenoy, basically from a town, Padubidri. It's 30 kilometers from here, from Udupi district. My childhood, my parents had 3 kids. I am the younger most.
Okay.
You can say that I just didn't existed in my childhood. Like I spent a whole my day around my home, not in my home. Even today, my mother says that she doesn't even remember that how I grew up. All those things. Even after my PU,
Okay.
which we did in locally there. I'm from a Kannada medium background. Then I did the PU in PPJC Admar college, which was quite reputed that time.
Okay.
Most of the lecturers are our shops clients. So I was remembered,
Okay.
notorious kid like that. So we can say that I was below average everywhere. That's not because we are not that intellect or something. We are not at all interested, no focused. We didn't knew exactly what I'm doing. Nothing was there. So after I joined engineering from NITTE in 2005, I took civil engineering blindly. Like I liked one of a person in our few holidays. He was a valuer. So
Okay.
that got me like, okay, civil engineer can also do evaluation. So this is something exciting.
Okay.
I knew only about that. So we just got into it. And second reason is our scores were so low, we had no other option than that. Unfortunately, we got into NITTE Engineering College.
Okay.
So there again, after that, I was completely cut from outer world. Most of my village or Padubidri people thought that I don't exist at all. So that was the kind of a days I had.
Okay.
In engineering, we met a few friends who are from different background. There also, it's like we spent almost half of our time in a room we had purchased on rent in Karkala. So we used to go, as classes are done, we used to go to room. We are not doing anything. Literally, if you think now today, we have not done anything so seriously. Only after, by the time of completion of our engineering, so our previous batch, like campus selection was quite sure in NITTE college.
It was like
almost
guaranteed.
70-80% were getting campus selection.
Okay.
But today I feel that was a fortunate thing. But at that moment of time, we thought we have nothing to do. Like our previous batch was recession hit. So they had campus interview, but they didn't got a job. They were all on bench. So we were quite sure they have not a job. Why we will get a job? So we got into whatever things we got as opportunity. So we didn't think about anything.
Okay.
So there are 2 partners now. Today's partner, Mahesh Shetty and Mangaldeep. We were about 8-9 people group.
Okay.
So we were totally like what you can say, strugglers you can say, because most of our batchmates are either politicians' kid or real estate tycoons' kid, or they had a backup already. So we definitely didn't had any focus, any clue. Now when I look back, those were the fortunate thing we had. We had a very tough time when we started. We didn't had any backup, and best part was we had nothing to lose. So we could do anything. So we tried anything we got.
So your family business, there was nothing like that? Or?
Our family business is since 4th generation, about 118 years, we are grocery merchants. Even in Mangalore, we were network is so good. And even today, we have 4th generation of our families into this grocery business. I'm the only one who came out, did engineering, and went into job. At that moment of it was a shame. Like you went into job, why you are not doing a business?
So and your family was okay with that, or did they like really?
They, like I said, that I am the younger-most kid. Literally, like they had forgotten that I have another kid. So that was a fortunate thing. I was left.
You had the freedom.
Yeah, I had a freedom.
So MGM. So Mukund MGM. MGM stands for Mahesh, Gurudatta, and Mangal.
Yes.
So you guys, as you said, you met in engineering. So what happened? Like how from being friends in engineering, what was that journey till you decided to start your own company? So and that too in the field of real estate, which is not an easy field to be in. So how did that journey go from being classmates to starting your own business?
Yeah, for this I can say that we had some inspiration from books. But that too vague. I'm the only one who was settled in Mangalore. I had an intention, since we had a business background and some network over here. I had a small hope that somewhere we can start some startup or something. Those days it was very new. Startup the word itself was not there at that time. So
and this is around 2012, right?
2011, 10, 11, 12. We got into jobs in 2009-10. Then Mahesh was in Maharashtra working for Renuka Sugar under L&T. Mangal was in Sonipat for a Nestle factory. So I was working here in MRPL, MSZ, these under contractors here. So I had a room over here. So whenever they were coming back for holidays after 11 months of work, they used to get 1 month holiday. So they used to spend all time in my room. So whenever they used to come here, we used to brainstorm like this time we should do something. So we always talking like we should do something. Two of us were quite frustrated with the jobs what we are doing and wanted to change. Another fellow, we forced him literally. Either you leave or we will do without you. So he's finally said, okay, I'll also join, we'll start something. So once they took almost 1 or 2 months to come back and join. By that time we had got one small job, a contracting job of a villas here.
So all were in the space of real estate only?
Yeah, real estate. We were in the space of construction and mostly in industrial construction. So industrial construction, even today, it runs in 3 shifts. If it is usually, some work takes 3 years time, right? They squeeze it to 8 months so that the production comes early. So the money is there in that the timeline. So we used to work in those timeline. Absolutely didn't have any life, and these were so remote places that didn't even have a network. You could not carry phone for a security reasons. So you cannot enter gate with your phones and all. So you are living like there is no absolutely life beyond your work. We used to work 3 shifts. There are periods where we have spent almost 48 hours continuously, then we have come back to home. So that was happening with all 3 of us, but we were enjoying the job. So
the technical bit of
whatever we learned in college was negligible. We learned in the field that was 10 times more than what knowledge we could get. But then seriously we started thinking, okay, these are the missing points we missed at college. If you had an opportunity to go back to college and learn, right, we'd all learn much better.
So that's what, the thing is, when you have that experience and specifically when it is so accelerated, the thing is you have no time to relax. So you're just learning and learning and learning. Actually, you're working, and while you're working, you're learning.
True.
Because my background also was I was in the merchant navy before I started the company, right?
Yes.
So for me also it was exactly the same thing. Like for 9 months, from 6 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock in the night, I am working.
True.
So the thing is, for 9 months when you are only doing that, and there was no Saturday, there was no Sunday.
True. Yeah.
And when that happens, the thing is, all you keep grasping and grasping, and you have so much of knowledge within.
True.
So
and that confidence what we built over here.
Correct.
And that exposure and the connect and the management skills.
Exactly.
So situations were tough, but those situations made us more tougher. Yeah. So we came with that background.
Correct.
Of working under schedule and working under tight budget with the confined infrastructure support, resources, all those things. So then once we moved back to the city, so we chose residential construction only for a reason that we wanted to be within the city. We never wanted to go to industrial zone again. But we had no clue how residential works, how it is going to happen and all. And fortunately, we got one opportunity. Somebody asked us. He also was clueless to how to do a residential project.
So this is an apartment or a villa?
It was villa. So we our fortunate thing is like we got step to climb up every time. So as we moved out of a huge industrial construction, we got opportunity to start a villa, and it was a group villa project, like 45 villas happening together.
Wow. Okay.
So as I got opportunity and I got a green signal from these guys that they are coming back, we just started. Our first employee was not my partners. We established our company later. But few of my past companies recruits who I only recruited and I only built them over there. So as I moved out, they said, I will also coming and joining your company. So they are still there with us after 10 years now.
Wow.
That is a fortunate thing. Our team is built in such a way that we have worked together in ground level. We have sat together. We have done so much together. So we never feel like they are our employees, we are
bosses
operating like today. Even today, our company is like horizontal, closely knit company.
Flat structure.
Yeah, we are flat structure. We are about 60 today. We are finding it difficult, but we are finding we want to be like that.
Okay. So what about you said, every time you got stepping stones so that you were able to go to the next part. So this 40 project villa. So I'm guessing it would be very different because, villas again, aesthetics I think would come into play. It needs to look nice and all of that. Industrial, I don't think looking nice was a big, or at least I don't think they cared also about that. So how did you make the shift, and what were the challenges that was there in the beginning?
This was a totally again new things to learn altogether. So we had a good consultant over there. So every time we stepped up, right, we got opportunity to learn. So we came up with that mindset, but we had a different exposure from different industry, which gave us a edge over the whatever new things we are trying. We were implementing that here, so we could get a better productivity. Timely delivery. So usually in residential construction, there was no time parameter. If it gets sold, he will finish. Otherwise, it goes on.
Correct.
So we came with the experience that project should have a timeline, deadline with the cost parameter, estimation, all those things. So we came with that industrial background.
Correct.
So we implemented here, and that was a instant click again. When I say instant click, like as we in our engineering, it was a bad time that recession hit batch we are.
Correct.
When we started our startup company, it was again Mangalore market was dipping. Almost out of 30-40 builders, 50% of the builders had stopped making projects. Sales were not happening. So all were in desperate situation. The project which we had got, there also sales was very tough. So our finances was held. It was very bad. So there we understood that construction is still a riskier bet. We are not prepared for that. So parallelly we built another company where we can work as a consultant for other builders. So we didn't have a technical capability to have a better construction company. We were from construction background. We wanted to be construction background company, but we in that first project we understood, and we could fail in that project, I say, financially, but successfully we completed the project, but financially we failed. But that was another learning, that what we should not do. We learned in each project what we should not do, and we are till today, every project teaches us a new job, a new experience.
Yeah. But real estate is such a big capital intensive, what you say, business.
Yes.
You need crores of this one, and that too capital right up front.
Yes.
So, and 3 guys right out of engineering, okay, you finished your first project, but you say that it did not work out as well also. So how did you make it? Like, what did you do to get the money so that you could start your own projects? How did that whole journey happen?
Yeah. See, every calamity or crisis gives you opportunity to think beyond and come up with a new kind of solution. So we decided, okay, parallelly we will build a construction company slowly, but we will focus more on consultancy, where we can put our brain and we can sell our ideas. So there you don't have money, capital intensive or anything. But again, thing is like, whenever we offered this service to any builder, he was least bothered. He was not bothered to manage his costing, manage his timeline, credibility, branding, all those things were
nobody cared.
They just wanted to sell and complete and make money. So I am spending so much, this much should be my return. So we are the people who try to explain them that see, you should build credibility, you should build brand, after that you make margin, all those things we used to sell them. But one of them gave us a challenge that if you can sell, you take a job. So we took a bundled job, like if I can manage a project as a consultant with a strict timeline to completion, with the quality assurance and with the cost in control, I am ready to take up the sales job. But we didn't have any exposure about sales job. Then again, another level of stepping stone is that.
So what was this project?
It was a residential project. The builder was almost done with, like, he had reached out to 2 level of
2 floors.
2 floors of the project. But he was clueless, like what they could do. And first we identified what was the trouble over there. So we surveyed the market, that the neighborhood was offering houses at 25 lakh, 30 lakh. But those are all very compact houses. But this builder had done huge comfortable apartment in the wrong location. So houses are pretty good. But they could not put that in the market, saying that what is the differentiator, why our apartment is better. They could not put it in market. And for us also, it was a new thing, how to put it in a market. Everything was a new thing. And fortunately, that our attitude towards it is like, I have nothing to lose, let us take it. If it didn't work, we'll see another thing. So with that in mind, we started this sales front. So fortunately, we succeeded over there. By the time we completed that project, that our builder partner, he got a confidence on us that, okay, they know something better than what industry is doing. So next project we will make it up. So let us complete this as quickly as possible. So we have done a mistake, let us accept that and work in a next project. So he got so much confidence that he launched another 3 projects. So we had this continuous rolling, and we were doing quite a good in sales because of this past completion of project on time, and the promised, that customer relation, the brand built, that credibility built, right? So because of that, next project got us a very good success. During the launch itself, we could close a much better sale. We hired a sales team, we hired a marketing team to do the sales for, so we grew in that stage. It was in 2014-15. So we did multiple projects with the other builders. So after doing this successful completion, so many other small builders who are doing one single project, they came to us and saying, under your name, let us do our project. So we were finding it difficult to represent each builder with a different branding.
So the best part was, the thing is, builders were giving you the money, so you did not have to worry about this one. So
they have already put their money, burned their hands, they are struggling there. So they came up with the challenge that you make a sales, you complete a project,
and I'll pay you for it. So the thing is,
that
you didn't have
capital
to
intensive
worry.
problem, what we are talking about, right? We solved in that manner. Whoever is already there, who has put their capital in struggling, right? So we brought in our expertise of making it better. So every challenge has you just have to open your mind and think.
yeah, what is the best that will come out of it?
Yes.
Awesome. So the thing is, I think for a few years you did that. So then when did you start your own company, like in the sense, in terms of your own brand?
See, again, we started doing this multiple builders under one umbrella. So we got an opportunity from a huge brand of Mangalore. So he recognized us and he said, why can't you make my sales? So we said, definitely, if I bring your product under my umbrella, people of Mangalore knows you well. So definitely that is not going to work. So under that desperation, we made some wrong decisions at that time.
Okay.
We took his job also. We were running our job also. We mismanaged many things. Our team got split. Like our marketing team went into a different side. Our investor, that builder who were with us, they said we'll do our own.
Okay.
So there in 2018 end or 19 beginning, we started thinking, okay, we have built a credibility around. We have investor backup now. So why can't we start our own? So we started with the brand called Mukund MGM Realty. So again, I should thank you, your team, that they gave us that logo with hexagon and that color theme. So this time we had failed in our previous project. With the learnings of those, we came up with a properly structured company this time. So in 2018-19 we started Mukund MGM Realty.
Okay.
With the network we had got through BNI. Actually, I and you got connected through BNI.
Yeah.
With that positivity around, we started in 2019 beginning.
Okay. Awesome. So the thing is, the journey has been like, a lot of learning in the beginning phases, but luckily learning at others' cost. Like the thing is, people are paying you to learn, to understand the business, to understand whatever mistakes you can make. So by the time you build your brand, you are already confident that I will be able to take up any challenge that comes my way.
True.
So yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people don't do, right? People, in the sense, they don't invest a lot of time in learning and understanding, but the thing is, they put a lot of money and then they burn their money or they lose everything, and then they think that, okay, what, business is not for me, or this field is not for me.
So we learned a lot through our failures. Each failure was a stepping stone. But when I look back now, so every time we failed, right, we grew better in next project. So even today, I believe, yes, we learned so much thing in last 10 years. Even today, I'm like a kid. When I go into new project, right, I start fresh again. So it's a challenging even today.
Yeah. See, the thing is, here I'm guessing, because I'm very familiar with the field, but a lot of money, right? The thing is, you're talking about multiple crores, right? So the stress that can fall on you also is big, because people have betted big amounts of money, right? Crores and crores on you to make sure that you are finishing the project. People are spending crores so that they can buy the apartment. So there is, money wise, is big amounts of stress from everywhere. And the thing is, you are three partners. So it's not like one is an employee of the other, all three partners, and you guys were friends from before. So I have heard, and I have experienced also in a lot of places, that doing business with family or friends is a bad idea. But what is your say on it? How did you manage to make it work and still making it work? What made it work? Like with so much of stress from every direction.
Even today, we try to think deeply what made it work, but I don't think it has an answer. It's a magical combination. We say we all three are busy with our work, so much involved in that we don't have time to think beyond that, and we are in constant loop. Sometimes we ourselves get shocked that what kind of connect we have. We ourselves doesn't know. It's a magical combination, I believe. And work-wise also, all of our strength and weaknesses
each other
that ties each other actually. I'm a little bit aggressive person, whereas my other two partners, Mangaldeep and Mahesh, they are subtle. They do task very calmly, quietly. So they deliver actually. My task as on day is like I initiate a project. Then I go during the completion of the project. In between, they are the people who stick to the schedule, who deliver, who work day, night, all those things. So it's a magical combination. Again, Mahesh Shetty comes into picture near to the completion. And he takes project even after the completion. He goes into customer relationship and management, customer grievances, all those things.
Okay.
So all three of us have different strengths.
And you have like very segregated roles for each other, saying that this
we
part
are
you
in
do.
constant loop.
Yeah.
We are not segregated. We
Okay.
are all in constant loop. Whatever is our strength, we get into that point of time and we solve it.
Okay.
But I don't know how exactly it is working well.
Touch wood,
Yeah.
it goes on for a very, very
Definitely.
long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us about Mukund MGM. It started with residential apartments,
Yes.
right? And how many projects have you all closed so far?
See, before we started Mukund MGM, we had completed around 8 apartments.
Okay.
Under different brand names, under common brand also we have done.
Okay.
So then after Mukund MGM, we have now completed first project, which is Mukund Southern, which was just opposite to one of a prominent temple in Dongarkeri, Venkatramana temple. It got sold before we launched the project. So it was just 20 apartment.
Okay.
So there also we were fortunate. Then we had launched one project which was a new concept, like Ajanta Business Center. So we were constantly listening to people that why Mangalore doesn't have IT park, why IT is not coming to Mangalore, and there were so many talks happening over a town. Many technical events, Technoanza, all those kind of events were happening. So many people were signing MOUs with the government and IT companies that we will deliver so much square feet, so much millions of square feet and all. So that gave us a motive that if they can make a millions of square feet, can't I make a 50,000? Why we are making only apartment?
Okay.
So let us do something. So I went into the field. I met around 40 entrepreneurs, just asking what are your troubles like. So if I am doing something for IT, I should understand them, right? What are their pain points? What are if in a building, if they are looking for what is that specific? When you say IT park,
what is
that IT
infrastructure
park?
that is required?
So we visited Mumbai IT park, also Bangalore, and those were all such a huge facilities. So I thought that we cannot get into that, but how can we make a mini version of it? So we came up with the concept of business center.
Okay.
So that was an instant success again. Ajanta Business Center was an instant success. And again, fortunately, we had a COVID.
Okay.
So it was right up there. We were just a new company, just spent 1 year and unique project of targeted towards IT.
Okay.
And most of the IT people are going back to their home. They are working from home. Nobody wants to come back to office. So we were a little skeptical during that time.
So if I'm going to look at an apartment, let's say I'm vetting 3 or 4 builders to see should I buy my apartment over there, should I buy there. So what should I consider? Like in terms of maybe the build quality, in terms of maybe the builder himself, or like so I'm just asking, what are the main things that a person should look at when purchasing an apartment?
See, surely 99% in Mangalore, quality-wise, nobody has a concern. So all the builders with very less, you can buy anybody's apartment. Quality concerns will not come. And even with that violation, completion, nobody in Mangalore does any kind of those kind of a violation. That is not a concern at all.
Okay.
Yes, timely delivery, there are defaulters because of various challenges, geographical challenge, legal challenge, all those things will come in, definitely. So legal check is definitely a must. There are better rules, better norms now after this RERA. It is very quite evident. Anybody can verify anybody's document. It is all online now. You just have to go to RERA Karnataka, just search that name of the project. You'll get all the documents. You yourself can verify. Whatever documents builder gives to you, you just verify through RERA website are the same documents.
Okay.
So RERA is already approved your project with vetting all the documents. It is so easy. And Mangalore, like city, Mangalore is a very small town. You get to know anything like that side by you have nala or it is waterlogged or those kind of things, right? That is a primary parameter.
Okay.
You need to know that if somebody is offering you a project which is unbelievably priced, you should check all those things.
Okay.
So other than that, quality, all those things are not a concern at all, and it depends on person to person. One person wants a even though he has crores of money, he is fine with the small apartment. For him, it is a maintenance is a concern. I have seen so many people who are living behind their very well built house, which is 5,000 square feet, and coming back to 1,000 square feet, 1 BHK, 2 BHKs.
Okay.
because they could not maintain it. So that is individual person's perspective.
Correct.
But the target audience who we cater are in that age group of 25 to 40, early, just married, or they had 3-5-year-old kid.
Okay.
So both the husband and wife are working or somewhere. Their affordability is almost near to crore or less than crore. So we build 2 BHK, 3 BHK, and we also do have a duplex apartment which are near 1.25 crore, 1.4 crore.
Okay. Okay.
So that aspirations are high. They need swimming pool, they need a sea view, they need children play area, and you need to cater all their family's demand.
Correct.
They have an elderly parent, they want jogging track, they want yoga meditation pavilion. So there are adolescent kids like in their adulthood.
Correct.
They won't mingle with much of people, but they enjoy live telecast of cricket, football. This happens usually at night. So they cannot watch it on TV.
Yeah.
But we create them
Theater.
theaters where they can enjoy it with the loud music and noise with their group.
Correct.
So we go beyond certain limit to understand customer need, and we build that.
If I'm going to buy an apartment to rent it out,
Okay.
then what should I be looking at? Is it the
I
same?
won't recommend that buying a home for rental yield.
Okay.
Definitely, housing is not a market.
Okay.
Only for some government benefits like tax benefit, you have a loan approved, all those things. For a different reason, you have to buy a home. Otherwise, it is not a great investment at all.
Okay.
So for great investment, you should go for a commercial rent yielding properties where appreciation is also high. And moreover, people buy home or rental home, even if it is not affordable or even it is not yielding them rental yield,
yeah.
right? They buy for the sake of having a backup plan. Like even if something goes wrong in my business or job, I have a house. So that is a biggest
Reason.
worry you have. If I
Okay.
lose job, after 3 or 6 months, I have to leave my house.
Correct.
So at that time, where you will go? So your house will give lot of security or safe bracket. So that is a biggest comfort your house will give. For that reason, you have to buy. Otherwise, buying
Not
a
for
home,
investment.
it is not a great investment.
Okay. Now
It's
that
a
is-
depreciating asset.
Okay. Now that's good that somebody says that. Others usually people,
No,
keep
for
saying-
living, right?
Yeah.
You may be having lot of gold, lot of stock, but you cannot enjoy your life.
Correct. If
Your
you don't have
life
a
is there
house.
in your home, right? It's a most peaceful environment.
Correct.
After all the worries, you go back to your home, which is safe then.
Exactly.
So for that reason, you have to buy. It's not a great investment.
Okay, interesting. So, in so many years that, like let's say Mangalore also has been developing for a while now, for a few, decades now. There are so many builders that have come and they have gone. What do you think that they have done wrong because of which they have not been able to sustain? Because there are only a few that have been there for a, long duration of time, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years.
True.
So, what do you think people have or builders have done wrong because of which they had to shut shop?
See, again, we are also learning in that others' mistake we are trying to learn. Most of the builder does mistake when he is in peak or when he is very successful. So he has lot of cash flow, he has lot of investor backing, he is flooded with the money. So he makes wrong decisions. He is forced to do wrong decisions because he has more capital or more money than required.
Okay.
So saying no is very difficult in our real estate field. Some of the time we have to do some project, even if we know it is loss making, right? For credibility reason, for relationship reason, for some other geopolitical reasons, you do some projects. So saying no is a very difficult task. I believe most of the builder went wrong in that phase.
Okay.
And second thing is, see, real estate is very much dependent on or global environment, global crisis. Anything, everything impacts your business.
Correct.
If you see every 6 months, 1 year, one policy change will make a great impact in your business. So sustaining that, foreseeing all those things, we work with around 8 departments.
Okay.
Different department, like very major fire department, pollution control department, local urban development authority, municipal corporation, state government, central government, tax department, you have income tax department. And everybody thinks that most of the builders' life is very lavish. So people see only that as a bad example actually. But how they work behind, see, most of the builders work 14 hours, 16 hours every day. If you look into builders' life, right, nobody wants that. So we are forced to do it.
Correct.
Many people have backed us. We have to work for them.
Yeah.
Even if I want to stop, I cannot
You
stop. Yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is that what happens, a lot of people who have grown to a particular level, and after that the choices were so many,
Yes.
and sometimes they could not say no also because of lot of factors,
Yeah.
and which has caused them to go into a dip, because then they would have lost money, or they would have gotten stuck in somewhere or the other.
And major part, usually what happens when you have a free flow of money, right? You divert your funds. So we are the ones who started this practice from our first project, that we used to have an escrow account. See, one of a benefit what we had, we were working with different builders. Each projects were of a different. So one project's money was not flowing to another project. So that project which was not doing well, we were making some other arrangement to bring that fund to that project.
Okay.
So one project fund was not moving somewhere else. So we had a task to complete that project with that same project's funds.
Okay.
So we never diverted our money. We didn't have that in our culture. So we are built in that way. And last 2017, this RERA came in. As per that RERA, you cannot divert one project's fund to another one. You have an escrow account. You need to give all the documents to bank. Even though you are the owner, they literally make you answerable to each and everything. You cannot even withdraw your salaries.
Really?
Your auditor has to certify, your architect has to certify. This is the cost has happened at the site. Please allow him to take money for the project purpose. So things are so difficult today. Difficult in the sense, it is in the interest of consumer. There have been so many frauds happening. There have been so many defaults have happened in past. So now things are really difficult. It's totally transparent, and we are in a transition stage. This is a difficult time for sure, but way ahead we have a lot of good days.
Okay. Can you tell a little bit about Vertex? What is Vertex? How did it all begin? And the question is, from residential real estate you went to commercial, and then to managed workspaces, which is a complete different field altogether, which is complete service. So why this complete shift, and is it linked? Why exactly did you do all of these things, especially this one?
COVID was different challenge for different people. We are fortunate enough to have a house. We could spend time at house. Many people were going through a very bad struggle. Even many people were finding it difficult to have one-time food. So we got a peaceful 20 days or 30 days of lockdown break. So we had an opportunity to learn about so many people. Fortunate thing was we got into Zoom calls. That was a new thing. Then getting in touch with many great minds who you usually do not get chance to talk to them. They were in busy life. But COVID gave them one relaxed moment. So we were attending so many workshops which we never dreamt of. So many people were talking very positive. I was in a very good network like BNI, CII, all those things. So people were talking. This challenge was taken head on in India. So we started looking at Bangalore market, Mysore market. Otherwise we would not have done that. During this break time, we started exploring what others are doing, what Dubai is doing, what some other country is doing. So at a moment everybody thought that everything has been shut now. This is going to be a norm, that work from home will be a norm. So we had a project called Ajanta Business Center during that period, and we had dug a big excavation done at our site, and first 21 days I was relaxed. Okay, this is going to open up in another 21 days. But then again when it got extended, right, we all started worrying because it was time of March, April. Then we are left with only 1 month. We had dug a deep basements in our project, and neighborhood house was very nearby. So since our family was with a grocery background, right, from day one I had instructed all my laborers that at no cost you should go out of the premises. I will deliver everything to you at our cost. You need
Okay.
not worry. After some time, after a week or 10 days, they started telling that I am not worried, sir. I am getting food, but my families are not getting food.
Okay.
So we started giving money to them without even if they are not working, we were paying them salaries so that our intention was they should not go out. They should stay at. See, after some time they want to go back to their native.
Correct.
They don't know what is happening over here.
Yeah.
So one worry was that landslide issue. So we went into DC. We got a special permission to start early before any other builder started. We had started 15 days early. But there was a teething effect, like concrete was not supplied, steel supplies was not there. That transit, all those problems were there. But fortunately, we had our laborers, workers staying within our premises. So they were working day night, and we progressed so fast. We didn't stop. Our only intention was to continue. So by the time this relaxation came in by June, July, so we had reached to a safe situation. So many were observing this actually. So even in this kind of a calamity, these people are doing something good job. So they must be good. So that is one credibility we built. And then from Bangalore or other city, we understood that many were trying to take aggressive move during the COVID. They were all selling commercial real estate or co-working space, all these things. We were shocked. All were asking, like, all are coming back to home. And you are aggressively selling co-working space. So that guy explained that, see, who are managing 1 lakh square feet, they will not close their business, right? So they will come down to 10,000 square feet. Who are running 10,000, they will come to 1,000. So co-working space is going to boom. So this hit me, and I started inquiring others. Do you believe on this? So they also said, yeah, that might be true. People who are working from Bangalore are now in native. They may not want to go back now. Why don't you approach them and ask them, if I give you all these things, are you ready to come in? So that time we reached out to people or who are coming to our premises. If I asked what you are looking at, they asked like, I don't want your building. I want dusk to work. Can you provide me dusk? Can you provide me internet? And can you provide me uninterrupted power? I want night shift. I want cafeteria. So whatever they asked, we started building it. See, we didn't had it in mind that we are going to build this. So we are open-minded and we are looking for opportunity. Whoever asked whatever, we started giving that. So that was an opportunity. We built this concept, and again, Alter Marketing gave that. We started brainstorming. Okay, what are we going to do now? This is not a co-working. This is not a private office. So we came with the concept of managed workspace. And again, you gave that name, Vertex. So where Vertex is a peak point of a triangular. So where everybody comes together and it's a peak point. So that concept, we started this. So as people joined in, more companies came in. As per their customized requirement, we built a concept and it evolved over there. And we started our first project called Vertex 1. So your team gave that name as Vertex 1. Even I was shocked why you are making it 1. So they had given me that reason that, sir, if you make it in future multiple more, you need not to think about brand. You just have to add 2, 3, 4 like that. So at that time it was like fun. Like we were clueless. We are opening a 300-seater workspace. We had no clue whom we are doing it for. So people moved in. We were thinking it will at least take 5 years to fill up this 300-seater. We filled it up within 6 months. So then our Ajanta came in, again 800-seater. We filled that within 4 months. So today we are sitting with the 5 premises, 2,000-seater, which was never thought of. 3 years down, 2,000-seater is never thought of.
So almost every 6 months or 1 year you are adding a new building.
Yes. Today we are working on one project called Ashoka Business Center. That one single premises will add 2,250-seater. And we are pre-booked during the launch. The project is in pipeline now. Usually any commercial project will take 2 years, then 6 months for interior. This project with interior we are completing within 15 months. And we are scheduled to complete this project by September 1st.
Of this year?
2025.
Okay, that is very soon.
Yes, true.
But then your projects are normally, it's already pre-booked. People are, you have people who are saying that I am going to stay, I'm going to take this out on rent. So then the thing is, there is very less risk for the investors also, because the thing is, they know that there's already people who take for rent.
Yeah.
So that's why the thing is, I don't think I have heard the whole concept of rent yielding properties before.
Yes.
Very recently they started talking about it, and I think you are one of the first people to start talking about that.
True. In Mangalore especially. Yes.
So what was like, what was there any resistance, or how did you come up with this idea of saying that, okay, you need to push the rent yielding side of it?
See, again, there are so many people sitting with the cash. They don't have option to invest in stock market. They are skeptical about everything. See, real estate is one thing which is tangible. You can see that. All other investment like mutual fund or gold ETF or anything, right? You cannot touch it or see. This is very comforting feel that okay, this is my asset. They want to buy a asset, but since it is a capital intensive business, like they can't go into IT park, all this high rent yielding property. So we also had a challenge that I cannot deliver every 6 months one project. I cannot bring in so much capital. So we bridge this gap, like many investors who wanted to earn a simple rental without any hassle. They wanted to get into this. But they don't want to get into interiors, they don't want to get into maintenance, they don't want to get into power supply, internet, all those things are hassle.
Correct.
So again, in other side, we have European companies, we have Middle East based companies. They are coming for Mangalore with the lookout for a great talent, workers. Again, they don't want to take up, it's not that they don't have money.
Correct.
They are high capital intensive companies. They also don't want to take this hassle. So who will take this hassle? So we came up with this concept that okay, you invest however you want, 50 lakh, 25 lakh, a portion of the IT park you buy and give it back to us. We will pay you hassle-free rent. And we will build this service part, management part of taking all this hassle like day-to-day housekeeping, maintaining your furniture, maintaining your air conditioners, housekeeping, tea, coffee, cafeteria, food, transit, everything. So these companies were happy that I am taking all the responsibilities. Our investors are happy that he is getting a high yield. So we are happy because I have my own 3 premises. With that, managing my investors' 2 premises doesn't, it's not a burden to me. In fact, it is advantage to us. My cost get averaged. So it is win-win for all. So it is just that we bridge that gap.
Now, like, why do you think there is so much of demand? Because from 1 to 5 in the matter of 3-4 years, right? So that means there is so much of demand. Like, why is there so much of demand in Mangalore? What is happening in Mangalore? What is changing in Mangalore?
True. One of a fortunate thing, Mangalore has got a great decade-long relation with Middle East. See, if you consider more than 1/3 of Middle East, UAE, Dubai's population is Indians who has worked for Dubai's growth in such a way. They all got opportunity during COVID to come back and work from home. That suddenly that mindset changed. That globally you can sit anywhere and work. Right? Nobody thought of it. So many of the decision makers who are working in Middle East and always wanted to come back and be with family, right? They got opportunity during COVID. And when that COVID relaxation started, they never wanted to go back. So they started putting up this story to their company that if I start a satellite office or branch office in Mangalore, I need not to get people from Mangalore to Dubai. I will take them here, I will work here, I will make them more productive than working in Dubai. So I have facilities like Vertex who are taking all the hassle. I will be more productive. Give me opportunity to try this. With 15 people, they started trying these satellite offices. So now those who have started during COVID, we have about 30-35 such companies. Out of them 7 are from UAE, Middle East, Saudi. 4-5 of them are from European country. We have Japanese country, we have Singapore based countries. So for them, Mangalore resource, who if they have got to these countries, right, they would have asked 3 times more salary. They are working happily at 75,000, 1 lakh kind of a salary, which was never heard in Mangalore. And with that kind of a salary, they will be more productive. See, he is very comfortable because he is working in native.
Correct. His family is here, house is here.
Their productivity doubled, their cost got reduced.
Okay.
So if we compare ourselves to city like Bangalore, Mangalore is expensive when compared to Whitefield of Bangalore to MG Road of Mangalore. Whereas in Whitefield you have a affordable housing, affordable PG, affordable workspace.
Correct.
But here, if you are comparing Whitefield to Mangalore, you should compare to Bajpay somewhere. You should not compare to MG Road of Mangalore. But these UAE-based companies, for them, Mangalore is affordable.
Okay.
And are that decade-long relation with the Middle East-based companies, right? And there, most of the decision maker, financial advisor, all those are from Mangalore native. They wanted to be settled back in Mangalore. We have accommodated 2 people, 1 single person for hourly basis also. Whoever has come, we have asked them, okay, you take up.
Okay.
So after working for weeks time, he started thinking, okay, let us build 10-member team.
Okay.
So those people are asking us 100-seater, 1,000 people. It's not that companies who are coming from outside are asking us. Those are there already in our premises. Like they are asking more seat. I am forced to do it, even if I want or not. I am forced to do it for them because they are growing exponentially.
Correct. Because it's working out for them.
Yes. Yeah. True. So and I believe today I realized that 2000 number, what we used to think that is a huge number, is a negligible number. If you go with the statistics, it is expected to add 2 lakh jobs in coming 5-6 years in Mangalore. So 2000 number is very minimal, and I can foresee that future is very bright for Mangalore city.
So 2 lakh jobs, that's a huge number, and I think that is the vision of the Silicon Beach, right?
Yes.
So what is this whole Silicon Beach? What is this concept all about?
See, Silicon Beach is a concept. India, Karnataka has Bangalore as a Silicon Valley. So the concept came from government of Karnataka that to decongest Bangalore, to make it better infrastructure. So we have to create another 2-3 clusters in Karnataka. So concept came with the Beyond Bangalore as a goal.
Yeah.
So Karnataka Digital Economy Mission was formed with the stakeholders of private partnership. So they selected Mangalore cluster, Mysore cluster, and Belgaum Hubli as another cluster. So Mangalore was selected as a financial technology, all those things, kind of IT development reason. So again, Mysore went for semiconductors, hardware, and other that kind of jobs. So that initiated some projects for Mangalore. So great minds of Mangalore who are working in different projects for outside India. So they all were asked to come back and contribute. So it is a common platform now. Whoever is enthusiast, whether he wants to be employed or he wants to be employer or he wants to just be a mentor or anything, they have all been called back. So let us form a common group of with the interest that let us make a Mangalore as a Silicon Beach.
Okay.
So we have all modes of transport connectivity. Only God knows why we are not growing in last 2 decades was unfortunate thing. Mangalore had second STPI in India. Only after Bangalore, Mangalore had a STPI, which is a Software Technology Park of India. We were second. Infosys had campus in Mangalore before they started in Mysore. So we had a so great head start.
Correct.
But we are
lacking
behind from city like Kochi. Kochi has grown much more. Kochi has more than 50,000 IT employees today. They have more than 17 GCCs. So this is our time now.
So, but why IT space, right? Why should we focus on the IT space coming to Mangalore? What is the benefit of IT coming to Mangalore?
See, IT is a one such industry. Every time IT provides one single job, right? There will be 4 peripheral jobs will be created, like cab drivers or be it hotelier, any your PG accommodation. So it's a economical booster actually. See, if it's one industry has been put right, it may take up almost 1,000 acre, and it will just produce hardly 500 or 600 jobs. Economically, it produces a big number.
Correct.
But how many jobs it produced and what impact it had on city
Yeah.
is very minimal, and the damage which creates to the city, right, is very large, because that water consumption is very high, then pollutant.
Correct.
There are so many factors which hinders. Another thing is IT is a well-paying job, and the habit that IT people have got, right? They work for 5 days and they spend everything on their weekend. So they don't have that saving mindset. So that again come back to same city or same economy.
Correct.
The industry will pump in that money to government or some other institute.
Correct.
So I personally believe that IT is good for our city. And their mindset, if you see, we work closely with the European companies.
Yeah.
They are so much into sustainability that they even worry about keyboard noise, which might impact your subconscious mind. You should not be disturbed on, and that level they speak about. And even when we say that AC has a cooling control, they ask us about, do you have a control for oxygen level and carbon dioxide level?
Okay.
So they, with a different mindset, our Ashoka Business Center will be first of a kind project in Mangalore, which will be net neutral with the water consumption, be it energy consumption also.
Okay.
So we will be contributing to the society. Ours will be the purely platinum rated green building in Mangalore.
Okay.
So this was put up by our client. So you should build it like that. They are forcing us to go into that level of sustainability.
Okay.
So definitely IT is a good for city. See, and another major part is, everybody says that as IT come in, number of jobs increases, number of cars, traffic, everything will increase. But it's all about in our hand, who are developing this kind of infrastructure, right? There is a sustainable solution for everything. It's up to you how you manage that. So we are trying to create IT park or IT buildings in such a location that they don't have to move around the city. It will be in a peripheral of a city where there will be accommodation, there will be a retail also, so that those crowd will stay in that vicinity. They love to walk, they love to get in their bicycle. The IT mindset is always sustainable.
Yeah. So how do you think this, and you're saying 2 lakh seats or 2 lakh people will be coming into the IT space in Mangalore. So what do you think is going to happen to the real estate market of Mangalore? So how much is it going to expand? Or is it going to go high? How is it going to work?
Appreciation wise, the standard appreciation, real estate is always a cyclical business or cyclical growth. So on an average, it is 8%. If you take last 3 years growth, right, it has appreciated more than 100%. Every year it has appreciated 25% kind of a growth you have seen. But if you think that as an opportunity and invest today, right, that you will not find that kind of a return.
Okay.
So if you average out for 10 years, right, you will get one boom, then stagnant market, then you will get another boom after 8 or 10 years. So you have to look real estate market in at least 10-year horizon. So 8% appreciation is a good appreciation.
Okay.
So that is standard and that is reality and truth. So whoever promises you 25-30% appreciation, that is cyclical. You should be that accurate to enter and exit out. That is not that easy.
But the thing is, for 2,000 seats or 2,000 people to come in, the thing is the city will also have to expand, right?
Yes, definitely. See, presently, if you ask what is the second reason these IT employees are moving back to Mangalore, is we are known for 15-minute city. In Mangalore, you can reach out to one point at 15 minutes with all confidence, you can say. When you start from your home, you can say, I just reached. With 15 minutes, you will reach. And this one point I realized from one of a California-based company. He said he was struggling to get a doctor's appointment since a month. He was in so busy schedule of work, he could not take a health appointment. So he had traveled to Mangalore for inauguration of a premises.
Okay.
He had another meeting at 12 o'clock. He had 1 hour break. In that break, he took a health appointment. He took a medication. He came and joined back to work.
Okay.
This can be imagined only in Mangalore.
That is true.
No other city you can think about it. So this 15-minute tag, we have this today we want to have it for a long, another 2-3 decades also.
But that is possible, is what you're saying.
Definitely possible. See, I'll say who built Dubai city? Who are workers or who are contractors? Who built those cities?
Must be from here only.
When Dubai, like a city which didn't even had a water, can be planned so well and can grow to 70 lakh population. By the year 2000, Dubai didn't even have 10 lakh population. Mangaloreans were early movers in Dubai.
Yeah.
Today Dubai has 70 lakh population. Still Dubai is comfortable.
Yeah.
And they are saying future is there. So why don't you believe that Mangalore has a more potential?
True.
The same people go to another city to build their city. Why can't they build their own city?
True. Because the thing is, see, everyone says the same thing. Nobody stays in Mangalore. Everybody keeps leaving. Everyone keeps going outside. But the thing is, when we look at our city, the thing is, some things have to change. If things don't change, people are not going to stay over here.
True.
People will want to go outside because there will be a better life outside for them.
Yeah.
So now coming to Mangalore. Now let's say I'm a Mangalorean, or I'm somebody related to Mangalore, or at least let's say I've heard about Mangalore and I want to invest in Mangalore, right? So what should I look at? Like, where should I invest? What should I be careful about so that I don't I don't mess up or I don't lose my money? So what should the things, like if you have a checklist, okay, look for these things to make sure that your investment is safe. Yes. Specifically in the real estate segment, it can be in commercial or it can be in land also, right?
Yes.
So what advice do you have?
First thing I would say, invest small. Have a experience, nitty-gritty. Nobody can teach you what to do, what not to do. Risk is there for sure, but it is quite minimized after this RERA. Before investing even a pie, make sure that they are RERA registered, the compliances are up to date. And Mangalore is a small city, almost everybody knows everyone. Talk to your friends, partners, and you will get to know. The most of the people make mistake that they think that they are very smart. I need not to talk to anybody. I am good enough. I have all checklists done. So that is really bad.
Okay. So ask people around.
Ask people around.
But what should I ask? Like, what should be the things that I'm looking at?
See,
so, like, is it the location?
Boils down to integrity of a person who is offering you the investment. Don't go behind the 25%, 40% kind of numbers. Go realistically, talk about 8% returns, 8% appreciation. That 16-17% growth is very good. Over a longer run, the shorter term gain is very bad when compared to that longer term cumulated growth, right? That is very strong growth, and it is very healthy growth also. Look for the long lasting kind of relationship with the investment partners. So whoever offers you any investment opportunity or anything, right? Just think about that, how he is running it, what is that sustainability. Unless it is, it can be sustained for a long time, it is not a great investment. So we offer IT infrastructure investment opportunity for many of NRIs or many of investors coming from Mumbai or Bangalore who are native Mangalore. They want to contribute to the city and all. So we are giving them this opportunity to invest in IT parks in smaller units. So those who have invested in Ajanta 3 years back, so they got very good appreciation. Today they are my second time investors. They have come up with the bigger investment like 4,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet. In fact, one of our last project investor who had bought only 300 square feet last time has bought 20,000 square feet in our Ashoka Business Center.
Wow. Okay.
So we always recommend anybody that unless you understand this nitty-gritty, because there are so many parameters. There are taxation, income taxation is a different parameter. You feel that cheated after some time without understanding these nitty-gritties.
Okay.
So we recommend them to start with a small investment for 300 square feet or 500 square feet with a small investment like 40 lakh, 50 lakh, 80 lakh. So then you get to know after 1 or 2 years, opportunities are not going anywhere.
Correct.
So a long-lasting, big time relation during 20-25 year down line, right? That is what going to stay.
Okay.
So that everybody needs to understand. Real estate is not for small time.
So one thing that you said very clearly is residential real estate, please do not invest for the sake of investing.
If you want to have a better life,
if you're
comfort,
staying there,
stay,
yeah,
your home, that sentiment, that is the only motive you should buy a home. And that safe, secured feeling, what you are getting, right?
correct.
For that reason you have to get. Still, there are some opportunities in residential real estate. Some of the real estate developers in Mangalore as well as in Bangalore, they offer you a great deal during the launch of project. So for that as an opportunity, yes, real estate, residential real estate, you can make some money.
Correct.
But unless that residential real estate is not for investors.
Because I've heard, during launch, at least 30%, 20% lesser price you get.
True.
So at just the time that if it launches after 1 year, the thing is you have already made 20% extra money if you sell it right there and then. So I think that is one entry point if people want at launch to make sure they get the best price.
True.
So that is the thing. Then we have the commercial, which you have spoke very clearly about, making sure that it is in the right building, right location, and the right. We need to know who are the people who are going to occupy the space. I think that is very important, right? The thing is, just for the sake of buying and seeing, okay, somebody will come and get the space, I don't think it makes sense. So I think that you have played very well, saying that, okay, my buildings are only for IT, right? I know IT will pay high rent and I already have people who are ready to take rent. So it makes sense to buy properties over there. So, but what about land? Investing in land, do you think it makes sense here right now?
Definitely, land is a best buy. See, land is the only thing which appreciates. Whatever may be the building, be it IT, be it residential, whatever it is, it's a depreciating asset. After 25 years, 50 years, you're going to demolish that. But land is going to stay here. So, and land is always at a scare. You cannot create any more land, right? Unless Elon Musk get you to Mars, there is no more Earth left.
Correct.
So it is defined. So it has to appreciate. But again, land is a great asset, but documentation of land, all those things is a difficult. Now there are so many developers who are getting into layout development, very plotted development with the proper licensing, development plan, with the water network. All those norms are there in the Urban Development Authority. Has made sure that those things are mandatory. If you are making a plotted development, water line is compulsory, sewage line is compulsory, drainages are made sure, street width of the road, all those things are standardized. So real estate developer has to go through with it. Land is the best buying opportunity for sure. Land is the only thing which will appreciate. So make sure that all these things have been taken care. It is MUDA, Mangalore Urban Development Authority approved layout, right? It is the best thing you can. But again, challenge is almost most of this kind of development happens in periphery. So you should be a early mover there. It is a good
right now, any particular locations in Mangalore that you feel like, okay, these might develop in the next 5-10 years?
See, 5-10 years down the horizon, I always bet on the. We majorly take part in the northern part of Mangalore, which is Kottara, Derebail, towards Baikampadi, this area we work on because it is connected to airport well and roads are wide and all the facilities like education institute, water, all those things are good. And there is a lot of growth opportunity over there. Good land bank is there, no congestion. So it is comfort. We bet on that cluster. I again bet that there will be 4 clusters which are going to grow in Mangalore. One is towards the our Mudbidri, then Bikarnagatte, that area will develop again. It has a connectivity towards the Mudbidri or Bangalore side. So another cluster is towards Kerala, this Padil, Jeppu, all those things area will develop beyond Pampil. That vicinity will develop again because again there are education institute, schools, colleges, everything. So these 3 clusters will grow well. Another 5-10 years, definitely it will grow.
Amazing. So I think the people who want to invest, they have gotten a lot of it, a lot of knowledge from this. So thank you so much. And I learned so much about it. So one last question before we wind up, because I think we have been talking for a very long time. So now last thing is, like, if somebody wants to be the next Gurudatta Shenoy, right? They want to start getting into the space of, okay, by being I want to be a builder, right?
Okay.
I want to build buildings. I want to, because there are a lot of people that I know who just do small time construction, but they're like, okay, I want to do something big time. I want to have 20-story buildings or whatever, right? So what advice do you give to them? What should they do? What should they not do to be successful in the space of being a builder or in the space of construction?
First thing would be credibility. Whatever may be the situation, good or bad or anything, make sure that you are a credible person. People trust you for your words. Never miss your promised words. Second thing is, your network is net worth. So build your network such a way that be with good people, positive minded, who will be there in your bad times with you. They will stand beside you for whatever good or bad, and those who are there with you in bad times, right? They are the people you should be with. See, always strangers bring you more fortune than your beloved friends. So whenever you make a celebration or whatever it is, you celebrate among your friends. Make sure that whoever were there with your bad times, like be it your laborers, be it your these guys, right? They stood with you for long. So spend on them. That is, your network is always a network. Then make sure that saying a no and taking a failure positively and learning from it and making it as a stepping stone is another advice I would give. And always, all the failures which we have faced have made us what we are today. And still further, I believe, as far as I can involve with our customer, our client, understand their pain, right? We will grow more. I never want to be at top of the pyramid and sit and watch what is happening. I want to be at bottom, work along with my staff, our client, everybody. That gives me more happiness. So if you ask what is the wealth you have created, is like this is what we have created. Our investor or our customer, they call for their wedding, their son got a engineering seat, or they have some good news at their home, right? They come and share with us, saying that after coming into your home or after coming into your premises, we are growing, good things are happening with us. That is the joy we get. We had one practice of that golden vibe. If you remember, we have worked together in that concept actually. That is what golden vibe we have got. That, seeing happiness in that occupants and customer, right? That is always brought fortune to us. So these are the 5 things. We will never forget about these things.
And I'm sure that if anybody follows in the same footsteps, they will also be able to be successful. Because failure will not be failure, then it will be a lesson. Every relationship will be valuable, because it might be with investor or with laborer, because the thing is, at the end, it's give and take with everybody. And the more you give, the more you will receive also. And building relationships with the customers. So that is the most important part, because if you don't know their pain, then you will never be able to solve for them. So thank you so much for being here and telling about your journey, about the immense wealth of knowledge that you have in the field of real estate. Thank you for giving it to us. I'm really grateful, and thank you again.
I'm really thankful to Alter Marketing team, Arjun, everybody. We can say contribute our success to our marketing team, Alter Marketing as well. In each our endeavors, like be it a branding or marketing, we had this strength because of our team. So we are very grateful to you, and thank for this collaboration podcast as well.
Thank you so much. Like as you said, right, it's the team. So more than me, it's the people over here who are really working every day. The thing is, we sit and think that what else can we do for you? How else can we work? And thank you for giving us that opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.